was 25 years old. He was already a world champion powerlifter, but being a great powerlifter doesn't automatically mean you'll be a great strongman.
Do you rate yourself as the world's strongest man right now?
Yeah, I actually think I'm the strongest man who ever lived.
World's Strongest Man, despite not knowing the events before he arrived at the competition. Even with the odds being stacked against him, he still took third place overall and won both the deadlift and the wheelbarrow race. Kaz went on to break a number of world records in strongman, including the weight for height, the squat, and the log lift. Turned to Worlds the following year, which was the beginning of a 3-year reign of domination at the competition. After this, he wasn't invited to compete at Worlds again until 1988.
Go. Yeah. Are you ready? Get in position. Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Set!
After all that psyching up for the event.
Now that's what I call power.
We're ready to go again. He hasn't got it.
Overall, then, the world's strongest man for 1980 is Bill Kazmaier. Was there ever any doubt in your mind that you were going to win this contest?
Well, I started to pick up momentum halfway through the contest. Felt pretty confident the whole way.
$300 in silver. Here we go.
In the wheelbarrow carry, the bar bend, the max squat with a weight of 424 kilograms or 934 pounds, and the silver dollar deadlift, on which he pulled 434 kilograms.
Only matched by Magnus Magnuson. Unfortunately, he wasn't invited back to the show until 1988, so how many could he have won?
Winning 20, including the EPF European Powerlifting Championship too. His heaviest ever squat was achieved at the 1995 World Strongest Man final, where he recorded which was achieved at 48 years old, certainly hints at the claim as being legitimate. Magnus's best equipped bench press in a single ply shirt is 275 kilograms or 606.
Magnus nær hér örlítið forskoti. Magnus 23 ára, Bill Kazmaier 33 ára. Misti Magnus aðeins niður hraðan og hér koma þeir báðir jafnir í mark.
These circumstances, the title defaults to the highest placed Icelander. International Power Challenge. These performances led to Magnus being invited to the 91 World Strongest Man as a reserve and event tester. But 5 weeks before the competition, he received a phone call late at night, Sigmason had torn his bicep. Magnus was not considered a threat to the other competitors, but he put in a dominant and more importantly consistent performance, finishing in the top 3 in 7 and leading to him comfortably winning the title of the World's Strongest Man. But ultimately ended up finishing in joint runner-up spot with Jamie Reeves after losing out to title, 8.5 points clear of second place, Gerhard Baldenhorst, but Magnuson won his final title in 1996 ahead of Riku Kiri.
Would go on to dominate the 90s, much as his countrymen had the 80s.
To win the World Strongest Man first time was invited as a reserve because John Paul got injured. Not so many people were expecting the reserve guy to come in and win.
I saw Magnus as one of the greatest strongmen in history practice his ability with the events. He was flawless. he was quick. And in some races, very fast and strong enough to beat the strongest guys on points.
And always had the reputation of a very technically correct champion. But there was one mistake that would haunt the Icelander. Worst of all, he made it in his home country.
I should have won 5 titles. I only got 4. And reason being is I should have won when it was held here in Iceland. And it came down to the last event, which was the Husafell stone carry. And I did a mistake. I hit on my chest, so it was blocking my view. Couldn't see where I was going, so I decided to kind of, stop and try to, lower the stone a little bit, but instead of it. So that costed me the title that year.
And he's losing it. The Husafell stone is gone.
Teutonen Para got that title, so it was the luckiest day of his life.
Tenure as champion, Welshman Gary Taylor won the title in Orange, France, a stunning location. One of many over the years in World Strongest Man.
Kaz is back in the house, and let me tell you, I was at breakfast with this guy this morning, and he is revved. Very excited about this, and he does not want to lose. Bill Kazmaier, man. And he will go against a man who is cut from that same cloth 4 times. World's strongest man from Iceland, Magnus, the Magnuser. Jason Kazmaier wants this so very badly. Magnus and our competitors out here to the floor, please. Magnus, a few years older. You're no spring chicken yourself these days, 25 years in retirement. We heard you're offering to go first to let Kaz go second.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him something to aim for.
Okay, thank you very much, very sporting. And are you going to lose or win?
Well, somebody has to.
Win? Of course. Would have been 1997. That was the last time I saw him compete. For Kazmaier, 1989. So it's been a